Clear? So what is the operating system, guys? So what is an operating system? Yes, online. Yes, new people. So what is an operating system? Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components, as well as it's a translator. So it will translating the human language to machine language and machine language to human language, vice versa. So that is called operating system. So as an end user, can we able to interact with the hardware components without operating system? It's possible. You purchase the a new machine, right? New laptop, you doesn't have the operating system into your laptop, right? So can we able to interact with our laptop? It's possible, guys. So what will happen? If you switch on the machine, you'll get one black screen, that's it. And then you'll get one error message like the boot failure, boot device is not found, like that. So we are unable to utilize our machine full-fledgedly, so without operating system. And one more thing, you are unable to interact with the hardware components directly. You know very well. So yesterday already we discussed. Okay, good, guys. Good, Sahil. So now operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components. So assume this is a hardware. Okay, so this is a hardware, right? So here we'll have the end user. Here we'll have the end user, right? User means view only. So we are trying to interacting with hardware now, right? So user is trying to interacting with the hardware components. Can we able to interact with the hardware components directly, guys? It's possible? Always no, it's not possible. We are unable to interact with the hardware components. That's it, no? Without operating system, right? So how we are going to interact with the hardware components? With the help of an operating system, one interface we need. So it may be Linux operating system, it may be Windows operating system, it may be Mac operating system. So now we are discussing about Unix architecture. So assume this, we'll have the Unix operating system into our laptop. So how you are going to interact with the Unix operating system? How you are going to interact with the hardware components using the Unix operating system? How, guys? In Unix, maximum you'll have the CLI mode, right? So we need to execute the commands. That's it, no? So we should execute the commands. So then only we can able to interact with the hardware components, because we'll have the Unix operating system into our laptop. That's it, now, guys. If you're having the Windows, then we'll have the graphical user interface according to your requirement. They can so able to execute your task. But here we are discussing about Unix operating system architecture. So in Unix operating system, how you are going to interact with the hardware components? We need to provide the input to the system. So with the help of commands, right? Okay. So user, he's going to execute the commands. That's it, no? So user, he's going to execute the commands, right? Most of the people, what they're thinking, user, he's executing the command. The command, it is interacting with the hardware components. Yes, guys? Most of the people, they're thinking like that, right? So I'm executing the command. The command, it is going to communicate with the hardware component. And then we are getting the result like this. So exactly not, guys. So command also, it doesn't know the hardware language. So command also, it doesn't know the hardware language. User doesn't know the hardware language. Okay. So command also, it doesn't know the hardware language. So command is a one predefined program. So it's a one utility. You can say commands are utilities. So for example, so what type of commands will have? ls, cat, so like this commands will have. So how we are going to perform our task with the help of those commands? So command is a one utility. So it's a one predefined program. The developer, he designed one program. It's a predefined, we'll have already in our operating system, those commands, right? So we are executing the commands. We are executing the command. The commands, so they doesn't know the hardware language. Command is a one program. For example, you are writing one program in C language, guys. How you are going to execute the program? Are you going to execute C language program into the Java? So we should execute this program into the C language itself only, right? Yes, like the same way here also, we are going to execute the commands into the shell. Got it, guys? So we are going to execute the commands in shell environment, shell. right? Shell is a one interpreter. So interpreter means, yes guys. So we are going to execute the shell. So we are going to, execute the commands inside the shell, guys. Shell is a one interpreter. Interpreter means? Super, right? So executing the code line by line. So we'll have different types of languages. Interpreter languages will have, compiler languages will have. Example. Yes, guys. Java is a compiler language, right? That's it, no? Java is a compiler language. Python, right? Perl, Ruby, interpreter languages, right? Interpreter languages means no need to compile here. So directly we can able to execute the code. Like the same way, here we are trying to executing the commands directly into the shell. Shell is a one interpreter. I hope you got it, guys. Shell is a one interpreter. So coming to shell environment, we'll have different types of shells. So how we'll have the different types of languages here? Like the same way, we'll have the different types of shell environments. Got it, guys? So nowadays, we are using the latest shell called bash. Right, guys? In RHEL 7.0 as well as 8.0 versions having bash shell. So bash full form BASH, bash shell. So bash full form born again shell. Born again shell. Clear, guys? So nowadays we are using the latest shell called born again shell, bash shell. So can we say this is all bash commands? So those all bash programs, right? So those all bash programs. Clear, guys? So user is executing the command. So now we are using RHEL 7.0 as well as an 8.0 versions will have the by default shell called bash shell. Not only RHEL 7.0 and 8.0, guys. So all the latest operating system it having the bash shell. Even Windows 10 also will have the bash shell. We need to activate that. Right? Mac also having the bash shell. So we can able to execute the bash commands in Windows 10 also nowadays. I hope you got it. Yes, no, clear. Right. So in olden days, we'll have few shells called SH, KSH, then CSH. We'll have the different types of shells, guys. SH full form, born shell. Bash full form, born again shell. SH full form, born shell. Bash full form, born again shell. KSH, corn shell. CSH, C shell. CSH, C shell. I hope you're clear. So like this, we'll have the different types of shells environment, guys. Right? So clear. I hope you got it. So user is unable to interact with the hardware components. Because of that reason, user is executing the commands. The commands also, it doesn't know the hardware language. The commands is a predefined program. You can say it's a bash program. So we are executing this bash program into the bash shell. Shell is a one interpreter. Shell also, it doesn't know the hardware language. Remember, shell also, it doesn't know the hardware language. So now what we need now? We need one interface. We need one interface that is called kernel. Right? So kernel. So kernel is a one interface. It's a core operating system. It's a heart of the operating system. Clear, guys? So kernel is an interface. It's a core operating system. It's a heart of the operating system. So core operating system, it's a heart of the operating system, guys. Okay. So core OS, you can say. Core OS means, so core operating system. It's the heart of the operating system, right? So kernel, so it's a one piece of software, guys. Easily developer, he can able to modify the kernel versions. For example, I'm using 7.0 operating system. I need to upgrade from the 7.0 to 8.0. No need to uninstall the 7.0. No need to reinstall the 8.0. Just you need to download the 8.0 kernel updated version, then we should install, then automatically it is going to upgrade from the 7.0 to 8.0 version. Example. I hope you got it, guys. Maybe if we having the works into the old operating system, developer, they can able to modify the kernel version very easily because it's a small software. It's a core operating system. Clear? Yes, no? So kernel is a interface between hardware and shell. So kernel, he know very well about hardware language as well as shell languages. Clear, guys? Yes, no? Good. So coming to kernel, we'll have two types of kernels, guys. Excuse me. So we'll have two types of kernels. So one is mono, good. Monolithic or mono kernel, you can say. Another one is micro. So micro kernel. So Linux like machines having mono kernel. So Linux machines having mono kernel, right? So Windows like machines having micro kernel. Clear, guys? So Windows like machines having micro kernel. Guys, without kernel, you doesn't have the operating system. It may be any operating system. It may be Linux, it may be Windows, it may be Mac, whatever it may be. So it having the kernel. So, but we'll have the two types of kernels here. One is mono kernel, another one is micro kernel. So Linux like machines having the mono kernel and Windows like machines having the micro kernel, right? So now we are discussing about Linux, right? So to know the kernel version in Linux operating system, so you should execute this command called uname -a r option. Clear, guys? Which command we should execute to know the kernel version? Uname -a r. Clear? I said now the differences between Windows and Linux. Sahil. So the same differences will have. Yesterday we discussed about Windows and differences between Windows and Linux. So without kernel, right? Good. Okay. So coming to kernel, it's the heart of the operating system. It's a core operating system. So we'll have two types of kernels. One is mono kernel, another one is micro kernel. Linux like machines having the mono kernel, Windows like machines having micro kernel. Clear? Now kernel, it will manage few information, right? So what type of information the kernel it is going to manage, we'll see now. So kernel, it will manage device information. Very good. I think you're my old student, right? Huh? Good. So device information and multi-tasking information, right? So very good. File system information. So कौन सा बैच के हैं आप? कौन सा बैच? पुराना जो बैच आप अटेंड कर रहे थे ना शायद 4 o'clock बैच. Same batch. Okay, good. Right. So device information, multitasking information and file system information, it will manage by kernel. Got it, guys? Okay. So kernel, it will manage device information, multitasking information and file system information. So I hope you're clear. So kernel is a one interface. So between shell and hardware. Okay. Yes, no? So, right. So I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no? Okay. Yeah, here we'll have some technical issue because of that reason. So you have some voice problem. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's see, guys, here. I hope you're clear about the architecture of Unix. Based on this Unix architecture, Linux machines, it will work. So user is going to, can you explain with the diagram? Ye kya hai? Abhi diagram hi hai na ye? Right? So let's see here. User is going to execute the commands. The commands, it will executing into the shell, and then shell, it is carried forward into the kernel. Kernel, it is going to provide the input to the hardware components. Got it? For example, let's see here. 1 plus 1 is equal to, I'm giving one task to the machine. So for example, I'm using Unix operating system. I'm executing one command. So I need to calculate 1 plus 1, right? So I have executed few commands. The commands, it will be executing into the shell. The commands, who is going to execute? End user. Always user, he is going to execute the task, guys. So user, he is going to execute the commands. The commands, it will be executing into the shell. The shell, it is going to carry forward into the kernel. The kernel, what it will do? It will provide the, what we have provided the input to the system. The input, it is going to provide to the hardware. So in hardware components, so on top of the motherboard, you'll have the one component called processor. So processor. So processor, guys. So you can say CPU, processor, whatever if you want, you can say. So processor is a brain of the computer, right? That's it now. Bachpan mein padhe the hum log, right? So here the processor is a one device. The processor, what it will do in the sense, it is going to perform the arithmetical logical calculations. So without processor, you doesn't have the machine, right? Clear, guys? So the processor, it is going to perform the arithmetical logical calculation. So now the processor, it is going to calculate 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That's it now, guys. So what is a computer? Computer means? So what is a computer, guys? Computer is a calculator. That's it now. Yes, no? So computing is a word. It's from Latin. What happened, guys? So computing is a word. It's from Latin. In Latin, computing means calculation. So computer means it's a one big calculator. That's it. So we are going to perform the arithmetical logical calculation with the help of processor, right? So the processor, it is going to perform the arithmetical logical calculation. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 like this. So it will provide the result to the kernel. Kernel, it's going to carry forward in the shell. Finally, we'll get the result on top of the. Got it? Yashwant, I hope you're clear, Yashwant. Yes, no? Right? I hope you're clear, guys. Architecture of Unix. Based on this Unix architecture, Linux machines, it will work. So if you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Guys, what I'm trying to teaching to you peoples, I hope you're clear. Samajh mein aa raha hai na? If you're having any issue, so you can directly communicate with me. It's not a problem. So if you're having any questions, if you're having any problem, so while you are trying to understanding the concept, don't worry. So I'm here for you peoples. Don't worry. Okay. So Joby, even if you're having the silly question also, it's not a problem. Please repeat once again. So who's that guy? Veena. Kernel has an interface. Yes. Kernel is an interface. Kernel doesn't have the interface. Kernel is a one interface. Okay. Between hardware and shell. And can you please repeat one more time? Shavani. What is a 32-bit and 62-bit? Guys, the concept is different, right? Manjunath. So try to communicate, try to concentrate here. So I think you need to test Me in the sense, so you can take the contact number from the management directly. You can call me and we'll explain you what is the difference between 32 and 64 bit. Okay, right? Give me 1 minute. So I'm having some water. Okay, please give me 1 minute. Yeah, guys, can you hear me? Yes, good. So guys, can you hear me? Am I audible? Kernel not an interpreter, guys. Shell is an interpreter. Kernel is an interface. Okay, kernel is a one core operating system. It's a core. Simple, guys. You will have the walnut, right? Walnut. Akhrout bolte hai na? So walnut. The what is a walnut terminology? We are going to call on top of we'll have the shell. ऊपर जो thick part रहता है ना, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Shell बोलते हैं उसको, right? The shell, what it is going to do, it is going to protect the kernel. Inside the walnut will have the kernel, right? So it's the core, right? Like this, we'll have the kernel here. So it's a core operating system. So it's an interface between user and hardware. Got it? Yes, no? समझ में आ गया? Right, we'll discuss about 32-bit and 64-bit later. So first of all, let's see how to install the operating system. So really, you doesn't know about 64-bit and 32-bit? Huh? Yes, guys. 32-bit and 62-bit. So the differences between 32-bit and 64-bit, right? So now we'll have the 64-bit operating systems. For example, you purchase one washing machine. Maybe the washing machine size, the capacity is 4 kilos, right? Example, the capacity is 4 kilos. So how much it will support? Till 4 kilos only. If you keep the like more than 4 kilos, what will happen? The washing machine, it is going to shut down. That means we are unable to process the more data at a time. If we having the 32-bit operating system, it will take like so we'll have the 32-bit and 62-bit devices also, right? Now I need to process more data. Like for example, I need to wash the like more than 7 kilos. Then what I should do now? The 4 kilos washing machine, it is going to support. So I need to process the more data. So then what I should do now? I need to increase the bit. So that means I need to change the operating system. Then automatically, so you can able to keep the 7 or 8 kilos data at a time, then it will perform. Simple, na? हाँ, कंप्यूटिंग पावर आपको समझ में आने के लिए मैं ये तरीके से बोला था आप लोगों को, right? Got it, guys? See, if you're providing the input to the system, so if you're having the low capacity, so little bit it will take, it is going to perform. So because of that reason, always 32-bit operating system, it is going to provide the performance for us little bit slow compared to 64-bit. Right? Okay, बहुत सारे हैं यार examples. आपको समझ में आने के लिए मैं ये बोला था. So we'll have the like security, we'll have and the, so we'll have the different story. Okay. While we are discussing about IP addresses at the time, I will tell you. Okay, right. So I hope you're clear. Yes, no, good. So now we'll see how to install the operating system. Guys, I'm not going to install the operating system into my laptop. If I'm trying to installing the operating system into my laptop, only offline peoples they can able to see. That's it. Online peoples they're unable to see because we should have the internet connectivity. While you are trying to installing the operating system in your laptop, frequently we need to reboot the operating system. If you reboot the operating system, how you'll get the internet, right? So then what I need to do? And one more thing, so better to install the operating system into the VMware. Don't install the Linux operating system in your personal machine directly. So it's not a user friendly. You are unable to watch the movies. You are unable to play the games. Remember, it's not a user friendly operating system, right? So it's a server operating system, always will have the good security. Good, right? क्या बोल आप क्या बोल रहे हैं मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा, इसीलिए वॉइस लॉस हो गया यार. So what is the meaning of that? I am unable to understand. Huh? Guys, I'm unable to understand what you are saying. So who's that guy? Sahil. So installing, who's that guy? Sri Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi, right. So without installing, I need to teach the commands for you. So can I able to teach the directly scripting concept now? Yes, Sri Lakshmi. So maybe you know how to install the operating system. We'll have the 150 people in our classroom, right? Yes, no. So they need to know now how to install the operating system, right? Super Sahil, very good answer you're given. Without cooking, can we eat biryani? Right, it's a right answer. Without knowing the installation, how you can able to become as a system administrator, guys? Yes. Guys, really, if you're doing time pass, please you can leave the session. It's not a problem. Sri Lakshmi, we know when we need to teach the commands. So don't give the instruction to me, right? So what I need to teach? Really, it's disturbing others, right? Like this, like these questions. So I'm not going to give the reply for like these questions, guys. Really. So we are doing fun in our class because you need to understand what I'm trying to teaching. So don't take lenience. See, I'm not your friend. I'm not your like colleague. So please concentrate, guys. Leave about the like these people. Ignore those peoples. Okay, I'm not going to give the answer for them. Right. So how to install the operating system? We'll see. Really, why those people they are going to attend the class? I really am unable to understand, guys. So let's see, guys, here. So now how to install the operating system? So how to install the operating system? We'll see. Guys, I'm not going to install the operating system into my physical laptop. I'm going to use few virtual machines to install the operating system, right? So we'll have few virtualization softwares. How many people you know about virtualization? So please raise your hands. How many people you know virtualization? It's one revolution in technology. Who doesn't know? Please raise your hands. I will explain you. It's not a problem. You doesn't know? Good. So let's see here. I'm going to give an idea about virtualization. Right. So let's see, guys, here. Concentrate. Right. Good. So no issues. No issues. Right. So guys, how you're going to create the Gmail account? Yes, guys. How you are going to create your Gmail? So it will take some time, but you need to learn properly. So please concentrate here. So don't worry. So we'll do the installation tomorrow also. It's not a problem. Okay. See how you are going to create the Gmail account. I hope you have the Gmail account, right? So how you are going to create your Gmail account? So we need to open the web browser. There we need to type www.gmail.com. Then we'll have the an option called sign up. We should click that option called sign up, right? Sign up option we need to click, right? So if you click the sign up option, then you will get one web application. That's it, no? So here we need to provide our data, right? So what type of data we need to provide? My name, my contact number, and then my alternate mail ID, and then my address, and those all details we need to provide, right? So what is this? This is one web application. We are accessing from the Gmail. Okay. We are accessing from the Gmail server. Maybe the Gmail server, maybe it got located in US or UK, whatever it may be. So we'll have the internet connection. With the help of this internet connectivity, we are trying to accessing the Gmail website from US or UK, whatever it may be. Okay, somewhere it got located. Clear? So now how many services you are accessing, guys, through this website? We are accessing the web service. So Gmail people, they're providing the website for us. So if you click the sign in option, so what will happen? Sign up option we need to click, right? If you click the sign up option, you will get one form. So assume that this is a form, okay? Right? So I need to provide my name and contact number and those all stuff. Don't expect the contact number. I will give you later, okay? Not now. So clear, guys. So now we need to provide the details here. So the details where you are going to store, are you going to store into your mission? So where you are going to store the details? The data. So the data always we need to store into the backend that is called database servers. That's it, now. Now Gmail people, how many services they need to maintain now? we need a web server. So for web server, we need a one mission. I'm going to install the web server into the one mission. Let's see here. I'll show you. So this is one mission, right? So how many services we need as of now? How many services we need, guys? So let's see here. So now we are accessing the website. So we require web service, right? And we need to store the data. So database service. Then how you are going to access the website with the help of IP address? So who is going to provide the IP addresses? So DHCP server, right? So are you going to remember the IP address of the Gmail, guys? As a common man? It's a bit difficult to us, right? So now we need a DNS server. Good. So DNS server. So minimum here, at least we should have the 4 services. If the 4 server, if it is working properly, then only we can able to access that particular website, that particular web page. Those all the 4 servers, if I'm installing into the same mission, what will happen? If I'm installing this all the 4 services into my laptop, then what will happen? The laptop, it is going to down because thousands of the people that are accessing those services, right? Because of that reason, people, what they are going to do, they're going to install the different services into the different servers. So this is one mission. Server means that is also one computer, but it having the strong capacity. That's it. Clear, guys? So like bouncers. So in pub we'll have the strong mans, the like bodybuilders. So like this, we'll have the strong mission. Okay. Assume those all not strong missions, normal missions only. So I'm installing the web server into this mission. I'm installing the database server into this mission. DHCP server into this mission, DNS server into this mission. So for example, if this mission, if it is down, can we able to access the website? So now the server, if it is down, database server, can we able to provide the details? Then we'll get the always downtime, right? So if you maintaining the 4 servers, 4 individual missions, 4 services into the 4 individual missions, what will happen? We need to maintain. So we should maintain the without 99.9% downtime as an administrator. So it's possible. It's a bit difficult to us because those are physical services. Those are physical missions. Unnecessarily, I need to keep those all the 4 missions into one corner. Then I need to maintain the temperature. So we should keep the AC, and then unnecessarily we need to keep those all the missions into one corner, right? It's a drawback here. So because of that reason, people's what they did in the sense, they introduced to us, and bit expensive also. I should purchase the 4 missions in the sense, it's a bit expensive also, right? So because of that reason, people's what they did in the sense, they introduced to us virtualization concept. Virtualization means we are dividing one physical mission into the multiple virtual missions. That's it. Instead of purchasing the 4 missions, I'm going to purchase one strong mission, guys, right? I'm going to purchase one strong mission. You can say it's a one server. Coming to servers, we'll have the different types of servers, guys. Tower servers, rack servers, blade servers, like this, we'll have different types of servers. Everything is computers only, right? So I purchased one strong mission, it having the more than 128 GB RAM, and it having the Xeon processor, and it having the like 2 TB SCSI hard disk. So high RPM hard disk will have. Okay. So everything is a strong mission will have. So we'll have the only one mission. Can we able to install the multiple operating system into the one mission? For example, you will have the laptop. Excuse me, guys. So you'll have the laptop, right? So can we able to install the multiple operating system into your laptop? It's possible. How many operating system we can able to install? So without virtualization only, I'm asking Sahil. Yes, guys. How many in operating systems install JHU? How many operating system we can able to install? Maximum 1. If you want to can install dual boot also, it's not a problem. If you want to can install the multiple operating systems also, but at the time you're going to use only one operating system. That's it, nah? For example, in my laptop, I'm installing Windows and as well as Linux both. If you switch on the laptop, it will boot and then it will provide you both the kernel versions, Linux kernel and then Windows kernel version. It will show you. There we need to select according to our requirement. So I need to start the Windows in the sense we should select the Windows kernel, and we need to start the Linux in the sense we need to start the Linux kernel. We need to select the Linux kernel. Don't worry. We'll have the one concept called operating system boot process. At that time, I will give the clear clarity how the operating system it will boot. Clear, guys? So here maximum we can able to utilize only one operating system into the one physical machine, right? Right, guys? But my intention is I need to install the multiple services. I need like different missions to install the multiple services. So because of that reason, they introduced to us virtualization concept. So virtualization means it's a one revolution in technology, right, guys? So we have few third-party applications. With the help of few third-party applications, we are going to divide the one physical machine into multiple virtual machines. So for example, let's see here. So different vendors, they are providing for us different virtualization concepts, guys. So different vendors, they're providing for us different concepts here. Applications here, not concepts. So applications. Okay, let's see here. Right. Windows. Simple, guys. You have the laptop. The laptop having different brands. Lenovo, Dell, HP. Like the same way, virtualization application also different brands, different vendors they're providing for us. Okay. Sir, can't we install two OS in our machine? You can able to install, it's not a problem, but you need to format everything. You should have the raw hard disk. Then you need to divide the two partitions, the raw hard disk. One partition should have the NTFS file system. Another partition should have the XFS file system. Then only we can able to install. So you are going to lose always your data, right? Okay. So why you are going to bother about आप लोग movies नहीं देख सकते और दूसरे कुछ काम नहीं कर सकते if you're formatting your laptop? Okay. So usually the laptop means we are using personal purpose, right? And always we need to do the practical sessions also. I'm providing one option to you people. So why you are going to bothering about like to install the operating system into the physical laptop? That's it, nah? Right? Let's see, guys, here. So Windows, they're providing for us Hyper-V, hypervisor, Hyper-V. Then Linux, they're providing KVM, kernel-based virtual machine. Sorry, sir, I am asking like, can I practice the commands? Yeah, you can able to practice the commands in CentOS, Sri Lakshmi. Okay. So I think it's a communication problem, right? So don't worry. So it's not a problem. Okay. मैं अगर कुछ गुस्सा हुआ बोल के आप feel मत हो, right? Sri Lakshmi. Telugu తెలుసా? Sri Lakshmi Tota. So you are from Sri Lakshmi. Actually, one of my Vijayawada. Okay. So one of my friend, she's staying in Bangalore. So her name is Silpa Tota. So because of that reason, I asked to you. That's it. So Tota, your initial, na? Because of that reason, maybe you'll have any friends in Bangalore. So relatives. Her name is Silpa. Okay, right. No issues. Forget about those all stuff, guys. Okay. So मैं आपका जो faculty हूँ, मैं गुस्सा करूँगा और प्यार भी करूँगा आप लोगों से, right? That's it, ना? So you're all my students. That's it. So अगर मैं गुस्सा कर रहा हूँ मतलब आपके लिए ही गुस्सा कर रहा हूँ, right? So कुछ जरूरी नहीं है यहाँ पे, light. So Linux, they're providing KVMs, kernel-based virtual machine, right? So no need to say sorries and those all stuff, guys. So leave about the sorries and those all stuff, right? So now here coming to Arcal VirtualBox. So VirtualBox, and then VMware. So VMware is a very, very famous vendor, guys. Right? So VMware is a very, very famous vendor. So he's providing the different types of virtualization applications. So I am using in my laptop Workstation. So Workstation 15.5 Pro version I'm using. Right, guys? So I hope you're clear. So VMware people, they're providing different applications, guys. VMware Workstation, VMware vSphere vClient, VMware Fusion. Guys, who's using Windows laptop, better to download VMware Workstation. Who's using Apple laptops, download Fusion, VMware Fusion. VMware means it's a one vendor, Prakash. How will have the Dell and then Lenovo vendors will have, no, they're providing the different laptops for us. Like the same way, VMware is a one vendor, they're providing the different products for us. So VMware Workstation is a one product. Yeah, Citrix will have no remote desktops. So like the same way, VMware also will have. Good, Prakash. Right? Good. So Workstation, then VMware vSphere, Fusion, different types of applications will have. According to your base operating system, you need to download. I am using Windows laptop, Windows 10 I'm using in my laptop. So because of that reason, I have downloaded Workstation 15.5 Pro. So don't worry, I will provide the link. You can download from the link. So don't bother about the softwares. Then I will provide the activation keys also. Don't worry. Clear? Yes, no? KSH means Korn shell. Goes. Virtualization means we are dividing one physical mission into multiple virtual missions. So usually what is the meaning of virtual? We'll have the mission, but it's not a physical. We'll have the operating system, but it's not a physical mission. That is called virtual mission. I hope you got it. Everything is virtual only nowadays. So no one they are going to bother about the legacy environment. Everybody they're using virtual environment and cloud environments. In cloud also you will have the virtual missions only. No? So the terminology is different. That's it. So in physical environment, we need to call workstations, and coming to like virtual environment, we need to call virtual missions, VMs, and coming to cloud is the instances, EC2 instance like this we can call. Okay. So in one host mission, we are having no virtual mission. I didn't get you. Huh? No. Okay. NO means number. Okay. It depends upon your physical mission. So guys, I doesn't know code languages, guys. Actually, I'm very weak into the charting actually. So clear. So see here, no issues, no issues. Number means it depends upon your physical mission, guys. The physical mission capacity. So depends upon your physical mission capacity, you can able to create the multiple virtual missions according to your requirement. So let's see, I'll show you. Let's see, guys. According to my laptop here, assume this is my laptop, guys. The server is on my laptop, right? So we need to install one base operating system. We need to install one base operating system. So I have the Windows 10 operating system. Okay. So Windows 10 operating system, right? So on top of the Windows 10 operating system, I'm going to download the VMware Workstation and then I'm going to install. Guys, it's a very easy to install. No need to bother. I'll provide the link. Don't worry. You can download the workstation from that link, and then you can install the VMware Workstation. Simple. Download. Double click on top of that particular application. Give next. That's it. Okay. Right. So now I'm installing Workstation. So on top of the Windows 10 operating system, I'm installing the Workstation. Using this Workstation application, I'm trying to creating the multiple virtual missions. Got it, guys? For example, so I'm trying to creating one virtual mission. This is one virtual mission, right? So you can say VM virtual mission or VM, whatever if you want, you can say. So in this virtual mission, I'm going to install the operating system. According to your requirement, you can install any operating system. It's not like this. We need to install the Linux operating system only. So depends upon your project requirement, you can install any operating system. Maybe Windows, it may be like Linux, whatever if you want to install. Okay, excuse me guys. So now we are discussing about Linux, right? So now I'm trying to installing the Linux operating system. So Linux server operating system. So in this operating system, I'm going to deploy the, I'm going to install the web server. Got it guys? So I'm going to install the web server. Clear? Then again, I'm going to create the one more virtual machine. So how many virtual machines we can able to create in the sense? So it depends upon your physical machine capacity. If you're having the more RAM, then you can create the more virtual machine. If you're having the more space, you can create the more processor. Maybe you'll have the like 12 core processor, 18 core processor, like you can create the multiple virtual machines. It depends upon your requirement. We are going to share all the components virtually here for each and every mission. For example, the physical mission having 128 GB RAM guys. So I'm going to provide the 4 GB RAM for this virtual machine. I'm going to provide the one more 4 GB RAM for this virtual machine. I'm trying to installing the database server. I hope you got it guys. For example, if you're having the 7 core processor, or otherwise 18 core processor you will have. So we'll have the Xeon processor, we'll have the multi-core processor. I'm going to share the codes according to my requirement for each and every virtual machine. I hope you got it guys. Yes, no, right. So let's see here. Linux operate, again I'm trying to installing the one more operating system. I'm going to install the DNS server or DHCP server. Clear guys? Now here no need to maintain the 4 missions. In one mission itself only we'll have all the services, right? If the mission down, automatically all the service it is going to down. If the mission up, all the services automatically it is going to up, right? So this is called virtualization concept. I hope you got it. So it's a revolution, but nowadays people they're using Dockers, containers. Will have few drawbacks in virtualization. So actually it's not updated version Dockers. Docker is a different concept. So Docker is a one container. We are going to install the application on top of the container. We doesn't have the multiple virtual machines. So on top of the base machine itself only, we are going to install the Dockers. Okay. RHEL 7.0 I will teach you. Right? And 7.0 as well as 8.0, both will discuss. While we are trying to discussing about the like concept wise, I'm going to give the differences between 7.0 as well as 8.0. Don't worry. Okay. 8.0 is the latest, right? So you should have the knowledge in 8.0 also. Sir, can I download the Linux in monitor? I didn't get you. Galaxy M1, M11. You can use multiple apps in virtual machine, guys. It's not like this. Ramakrishna. But you should have the good RAM and the good RAM capacity and the processor capacity. Then you can install. It depends upon your requirement. You don't have a laptop, okay. So if you don't have the laptop, please try to communicate to the management. So you are from Galaxy M11. So guys, please don't give like this names Galaxy, Redmi, Realme. So please try to provide your original name, guys. So I can able to speak with you like clearly, right? See, if I'm calling to you Galaxy M11, so I think it's not good, right? That's it, nah? Chandrika, good Chandrika. So rename that name first of all, okay? So Galaxy M11 means I think it's not good. So you have the good name, right? So Chandrika, don't worry. You are from Chandrika? You can able to install in Windows 7 also, guys. But you should install the VMware Workstation 12. Don't install the like more than 12 version. It is not going to support. And one more thing, you have the only one option. You are unable to install the 8.0. You need to install 7.0 only if you're having Windows 7. Right? VMware 12 you can download. If you want, I will provide the VMware 12 link also. You can download it. It's not a problem. Okay. So give me 1 minute. I'm going to share the link now. then you can download the software from that particular link anyway. So we doesn't have the much time to install the operating system. So anyway, we should do tomorrow. So guys, I hope you're clear, right? Guys, this is a VMware virtual machine icon, workstation icon. So if you open this icon, if you double click on top of this icon, if you install the like a VMware workstation, you will get like this icon on top of the desktop automatically. If you open that particular application, so you doesn't have those all the servers, guys. Actually, I have installed before, like so I'm teaching some classes because of that reason. You doesn't have anything. You need to create the virtual machine. So right. So I'm going to share the link now into chat box, or otherwise offline people, so you can get the snapshot and then download the link, download the software from that link. Okay. समझ में आ रहा है guys? Evolution version means I have the keys, don't worry, you can use for lifetime, it's not a problem. So for practice के लिए ठीक है, right? Practice के लिए ठीक है, so आप use कर सकते हो, right? Share both the versions for Windows 7 and 10. Yeah, this is the latest version, guys. You missed previous. I said na. So on Saturday or otherwise, so in upcoming like classes, I'm going to take the like backup sessions for you. Don't worry, okay? So don't worry, guys. So this is a link, guys. You can download the software from that link, okay? So those all the keys. Don't use all keys. Only one key you should use. Okay. So यहाँ पे पांच keys है बोल के, so सारे 5 keys मत डालो, okay? Only we need to use only one key. So it's the latest version 16.0 Pro. Guys, if you're having more than 15 version, then only you can able to install the Linux 8. That means RHEL 8. If you're having the below 15 version, you're unable to install the 8.0 operating system. Remember. Sir, can you send the link, please? Can you drop the link into the chat box, guys? I doesn't know whether I have the permission or not now. So give me 1 minute. I will check and then I will share the file into your chat box. I think as I doesn't have the permission because we are doing so doesn't have the permission. So till demo like this only will have. Okay, so me too doesn't have the permission to share the documents here. I'm also logging like you peoples. Okay, so please try to take the snapshot. So please support to the management, support to me. Okay, so definitely I'm going to share the links. Even I'm unable to share the link also into your chat box because I doesn't have the permission here. I'm unable to upload the file into your chat box. Sorry to say you, right? Please take the snap. थोड़ा दिक्कत होएगा टाइप करने के लिए, कर लो, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, राइट? वेयर सो वही मैं देख, एक मिनट, एक काम करेंगे, मैं फाइल अपलोड करने के लिए ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. Let's see here. I'll copy this. Can I able to paste into the chat box directly? Yes, it's possible now. Super. फाइल तो अपलोड करने नहीं हो रहा है, but I can able to paste. Okay. Super. Okay. So अभी आएगा मैसेज, sir I'm unable to copy this. See. So Workstation Pro for 7 points we need download. Yes, you can download 16 version for 7 RHEL 7 version. It's not a problem. You can download it. Okay, Sahil. Okay. Okay. I need to double click on top of the link. Okay. Let's say I'll show you. वो भी बता दूंगा देखो कैसे डाउनलोड करना है बोल के. Right, sir. You said for Mac you need to install the Fusion, guys. I doesn't have the Fusion. Please, you can search into the Google and then you'll get the Fusion. Okay. So I'm using Windows operating system. Okay. So please try to download the Fusion if you're using Mac. Okay. Mac and those all stuff. Sorry. So let's see how to download. I'll show you guys. And you need Workstation and as well as good Kapil. Okay. You need Workstation as well as image file also. So at present, I'm unable to share. I'll do one thing. I'm going to share you image file link tomorrow. That is my personal Google Drive link. You can download. So don't delete. Okay. So so many people, they are deleting, guys, frequently. So I'm uploading and then people, they're deleting. So don't delete, because for you peoples only, I have uploaded the image file because you have some problem to download the image file from the net, right? From internet. So because of that reason, I will share the link tomorrow, right? Into your chat box. I'll provide the link here. It's not a problem. You can download the image file from that link. Okay. Clear? Good. So this is a website, guys, official website only. So VMware official website. Guys, who using Windows operating system as a base, so you should download this. You need to click this download. Automatically it is going to download. No need to provide anything. You'll have the download option here, right? So this option for Linux machines, anyway, you doesn't know the Linux now, how you will get the Linux operating system into your laptops. So doesn't need. Okay. Right. So 30 days evolution time. So by default, it will provide 30 days, guys. You can use those, what I have given the like keys to you people. It will activate for lifetime. Okay. Thank you. Downloaded, sir. So good. Sahil. Okay. So what about remaining people apart from Sahil? So guys, we need to rock, guys. We need to rock. Okay. So after completing the 30 days, you should have the good knowledge in Linux, right? So if you're asking the questions, if you're like asking the doubts, then only I can able to explain to you peoples. So don't ignore the Linux. So without Linux, it's a bit difficult to you peoples to survive in your real-time environment. Maybe if you want to can do the AWS, if you want to can do the DevOps, if you want to can do any codes. Nowadays, people, they're using only Linux servers, 90%. Already we discussed yesterday. So, so many people, they will learn AWS, they will learn DevOps. Then they are going to realize, sir, without Linux, it's a bit difficult to us to learn. Then they are coming back to me again. So, so Naresh IT Management, they're providing the good opportunity to you people. Please utilize this opportunity. Clear? So use Windows based. We need to use Windows based on, so workstation 16 Pro for Windows. Hi, sir. I already have the workstation player. Player, I think you need to activate this. If you're having the proper license, then you can use player also. It's not a problem. So you need to purchase the player keys, guys. Don't use the players and those all stuff. So better to use workstation, otherwise VirtualBox. VirtualBox is open source. See here. So VirtualBox is open source, right? See. Hypervisor, we need to purchase. Commercial. KVM, open source. VirtualBox also open source. And workstation also, we need to purchase. It's not open source, right? Hi. I go to Google. Workstation, which is a freeware, and then I run the Ubuntu. No issues. You can install you can execute the commands in Ubuntu also. It's not a problem, Sai. So almost same commands will have one or two will have some difference while we are trying to installing the packages at the time. We'll have some different commands. That's it. In Ubuntu, we'll have the apt command. Coming to Red Hat, we'll have the m command. That's it. Okay. Almost maximum same commands you'll have, right? But so I doesn't have the good knowledge in Ubuntu, guys. So actually I used to work with Red Hat only. So I have the knowledge in Red Hat itself only. Okay. So, but you can able to manage. It's not a big deal. If you learn one version, so it's not a big deal to manage all the versions, guys. You can able to manage 800 plus flavors. It's not a big deal. कहाँ से सीखेंगे यार 800 plus flavors हम लोग? So we are humans, right? Yes. So if we having the good knowledge, strong knowledge in, so one operating system, that is enough. You can able to manage. Okay, right. So Ubuntu is a flavor of Linux. Yes, always. Shailaja. RHEL download link please sir. मैं बोला था ना. Yes. साहिल अभी बोला मैं आप लोगों को. I will share the link tomorrow. Image file link I will share you tomorrow. I have the Google link. I will share you tomorrow. You can download the image file from that link tomorrow. Okay. So please concentrate, yaar. So guys, one more thing, especially for online peoples. Especially for online people, how you are attending the classes, guys? Mobile phone. So mobile phone, don't use the mobile phones, right? Good. So don't use the mobile phones. So please use your laptops and PCs. Who doesn't have the laptop and PCs? Then so optional mobile. Then you need to do the practical session. Please try to communicate to the management. They will arrange the like something for you peoples, right? You are all like students for Naresheti, right? So please try to communicate to the management. They will arrange you for 1 or 2 missions. So you can do the practical session here itself only. So because of Corona, everybody, they are fear with the like to come to the labs and those all stuff. So because of that reason, so please try to understand the management problem also. Clear, guys? So if you're having the missions, that is good. Or otherwise, please use EC2 instance. If you doesn't have the strong laptop, if you doesn't have the good configuration laptop, create the EC2 instance in with your AWS account, you can utilize it. Always it's a free tier only, na? So EC2 instance launch करो और access करो, जो भी commands मैं यहाँ पे पढ़ा रहा हूँ execute करो उस पे. Right, guys? The configuration minimum we should have 750 hours per month. It's very उतना practice कर रहे हो साहिल आप? हाँ? So मैं भी उतना practice नहीं किया यार. Right? So let's see here. Guys, please concentrate. The minimum configuration, at least you should have the multi-core processor. Okay? At least you should have 4 GB RAM. The mission, it should have the option called virtualization. You should enable the virtualization. Then only we can able to install the virtual applications. Otherwise, it's not possible. अगर आपके पास 2 GB RAM है, so better to. So उसमें हंसने की कुछ बात नहीं है. So maybe like we doesn't have that much of revenue to update our mission. I am also very poor, guys. Because of that reason, I'm unable to update the mission. Only I have the 16 GB RAM in my laptop. So I need to increase like, so actually I should install few applications in the sense I need like 64 GB. A laptop change karna padega abhi. So dekhenge. So okay. So right, if you're having the 2 GB RAM, better to use the EC2 instance. Anyway, if you're having the 2 GB RAM, you can able to get the internet, na? Then go to the browser and create one AWS account and launch the EC2 instance and do the practical session. That's it. So मेरे को कारण नहीं चाहिए. So sir, मेरे पास laptop नहीं है. So मेरे पास desktop नहीं है. So मैं practice करने के लिए नहीं हो रहा है. आप mobile में भी practice कर सकते हो. पता है? So we'll have the option for doing the practice in mobiles also. You'll have the terminals. So you can able to access the terminals from internet. So few commands we can able to execute, not all the commands. So while we are trying to discussing about the SSH concept, while we are trying to discussing about the like what we say, few remote concepts is a bit difficult to us. Server and client concept you need to deploy in the sense it's a bit difficult to us. Because of that reason, if we having the missions, if we having the EC2 instance, that is good. So best option, guys, you can use EC2 instances. आपको क्लाउड भी आदत हो जाएगी और लिनक्स भी आदत हो जाएगा, राइट? सो फॉर वर्चुअलाइजेशन enabling need to enable for the BIOS. Yes, exactly, Kapil. So you should go to the BIOS and then we need to enable the virtualization option. Yes. So do you have any doubts, any questions still? Take care. क्या हुआ मेरे को? अच्छा हूँ यार मैं, so कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, right? So yes, thank you. So always you people also, you need to take care because the situations is not good. Yeah, thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Right? So I think you are getting bored. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Right? So bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. My marriage depends on you. Right. Uh, okay, definitely. So you are going to get married. So you are going to get married. Your background, Sahil? Uh, right. So not only you, आप बाहर बोल दिया. You can go. So अब बाहर बोल दिए थे. बहुत लोगों के marriage courses पे depend होके है, right? Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay.